Hello, good morning, good day, good evening. Welcome to the Grand Collective. I'm Grand Madam. Welcome to my spot. Okay. Today is a very special day. The 3rd of June, 2024. There is something called a parade of planets taking place right about now. And they are packing an energetic punch that is hitting us and everything on the planet, everything within our energy field. So I decided to give us a little calming energy with the chimes, just in case. The planets appear to be in alignment in one straight line, but they're not. They're more like this in their own respective spheres. But even in that position, they still impact us with a punch. All of a sudden push to want to do certain things, a push to want to say certain things, a push that is moving us from maybe a sedentary spot to a more active position, or from a more active position, pushing us down and sit it down to a more sedentary spot. Its purpose is to deepen our spirituality and to get us ready to the new world, for the higher dimensions in the world. Now, um, each planet has its own influence on us. Some planets, some signs are going to get hit the hardest, such as Aries, and I would say all the fire signs, but definitely Aries the most. Taurus, excuse me, I'm not editing anything. And hmm, I would feel Sagittarius, but we will see. Nothing bad, just get her done or sit it down or adjust to the process of creativity. Now, the six planets are Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus. Let me give you a breakdown of each planet. For Mercury, it's going to be all about communication. So some of you, for some of Taurus is being impacted with this. Taurus wants to communicate. Taurus has something to say. Something is sticking in the craw of Taurus and it's coming up and out. Okay? Uh, it may not be diplomatically, but it needs to be said. There is also under the influence of Mercury is meditation. People will be looking up mindful meditation, which is basically focusing on an object, a scene in your meditation for like 30 minutes or so. I would love to throw in my sound meditations where you focus on a sound for that amount of time. And what that does is it reduces the anxiety in a person. You know, some people are walking around anxious to the hilt and don't even realize that they have anxiety. Excuse me. Again, let me grab some water. All right, this was not impacting me when I started this. Um, it reduces stress. So, oh, it is also going to push us the energies of Mercury now, impacting maybe Virgo and Gemini, depending upon what their needs are going to push us to look more within. So we're going to be the ones who'll probably be sitting out. We're going from stop the action, be still, go within. Okay? Inner wisdom is what's counting in this case. Um, deep inner connections. Who knows? You might run into your ancestors while you're under in your meditations. All right? That's for Mercury. Now, I do believe Mercury is in Gemini. I'm looking for my no matter. That book is in another room. Um, two planets. I'm going on memory. Two, three planets I think I saw in Gemini, but the other planets are in different constellations, which is why they're not in direct line. They're not in a direct line like this. They're more like this, in their own little area, like their own alleyway. Um, Might as well move over to Mars until I can think of something else. Oh, expression. People are going to be writing. People are going to be writing songs, writing texts, writing, designing games, word games, things of that nature. It's all about communication. And also, with Uranus in the mix, it's going to be about tech, but we'll get to Uranus in a few. Next up is Mars, and that's going to be the planet energy that's going to push those who are sitting still into action. This is now it's time. You've done all this designing, you've done all this theorizing, you've put together this strategy. Now implement it. Make it work. Make it work. I have to keep notes. I can't remember all this. Where am I? This too is hitting Aries. And this is interesting. For the collective, it's going to bring us into like a huddle under one theme, push us forward. That's interesting. That's interesting. Make it happen energy. That's what we're going to be dealing with right about now. All right, let's move on to Jupiter. Jupiter is like the Empress. It's about expansion. So whatever you're focused on is going to go up and out and just grow. Let's hope we're talking about profits, business, love, great health, adventures, all that kind of good stuff, good fortune. And Sagittarius is definitely going to be impacted by that. We have as a collective, oh, yes, interesting spiritual experiences, which is going to lead to spiritual awakenings of many different kinds. And who knows? You might see some UFO. Excuse me. Was it UPOs or whatever? They used to call them UFOs. I don't know what they are now. UAPs, unidentified aerial. What does the P stand for? No matter. UFOs. Okay. Because what they found out was some of those UFOs were not extraterrestrial at all, and that there's something going on down there in Antarctica military bases and research bases. Mm-hmm. Sorry, not the little green men. But they're going to keep that quiet. And so are we. What else do we have? Under Jupiter, the grand expansion, the great fortune, money, abundance. If your focus is on making money, great, attracting money, it's coming. Most definitely. Now, also, let me tell you something. During this energy, because obviously the planets moved into alignment this morning at 5 o'clock. I got a call at 5 in the morning, 5:32. That I was planning on doing that because I wanted to get up and look at the planets. You could actually see them with your eye. I went back to bed. But it was weird because there was no one on that phone call at 5 in the morning. But anyway, what was I saying? Great fortune. This is a good time to do some prosperity or cash money mantras, which is what I'm going to do when I get off of here. Oh, yeah. And go into my very deep meditation. What else? I think that's going to be it. Growth, expansion, good fortune, abundance, cash, collectively a mass spiritual awakening. When we have these mass spiritual awakenings, to me it looks generational. And, and whatever has happened, the reaction is suddenly a profound spiritual wisdom that comes out of the general public that is mind blowing. Because if the general public always thought like that, we wouldn't be experiencing certain bad things on this planet. But this is going to be interesting because well, I can't tell you what it's going to be. I don't know. But one thing is for sure, it's going to wipe the net, not wipe it out, but, right on across the net and other facets of information distribution. And I'm going to be shocked because, like, the public was aware of this and no one said anything. No one put this into practice. This must be that spiritual inspiration that's going to be activated by the parade of planets with Jupiter. So let's move on to the next planet is Saturn, the disciplined planet. Grandpa who's tired of having these little kids running around his feet while he's trying to watch his westerns. The disciplinarian. Some of us need to be hit with that disciplinary energy. There are rules, there are structures, there is infrastructure, there are regulations, and there's government. Be on the lookout. This is Capricorn Scorpio energy. And these energies are not just flying around us, they're flying through us. So many of us are going to be, all of us, please, I'm sorry, um, collectively hit at the same time, but in different ways, in ways that enhance and push us up as to be better people and higher spiritual people and those with deeper connections within the spirituality world, within the universe. Perseverance. So, for those of you who are getting out here and going to run some marathon or want to, you'll sign up. For those of you who can't see themselves in a gym, you'll walk in the door and get to work. For those of you who feel that they have no patience, you're going to develop it now. For those of you who need lessons in organization and decluttering their environment, yeah, you're going to learn. You're going to be, information is going to come to you. You're going to find out exactly what that clutter means. What is this on my lip? Mm-mm. Looks like I have something on my lip. No, it's just anyway. There's nothing there. Oh, this is weird. But anyway, moving right along. Um, your inner is represented by what's outer. So if you have a room disorganized, then that means your inner is disorganized. Your thinking is disorganized. And I kick myself every time I set up a nice area in my desk. I have desks all over the house where I can work and do things, and they're nicely organized. And the next thing you know, in those rooms, here comes the excess clothes that I just stick in a pile. Dirty clothes over here, seasonal clothes to be packed up, put over there. Somewhere I have books, always books, and my cards. And I sit in the middle of the chaos. So I am definitely going to be one who's going to be I've already been highly influenced, and I think it started this morning when I understand how my inner world is represented in my outer world. I just did not know there was a system in row shoe. I just have it. Where's the phone? And I learned about it. It's a Buddhist thing. It's not feng shui, but it can work pretty much the same way. Come on now. In that Come on. You will see your outer world as your inner world. Okay, come on now. I'm going to find out what it's called. Ensho Funi. Isho Funi. ESHO, second word, Funi. And it is a principle system that explains how your inner world, how you think, how you feel, how you express, how your body functions, how it feels, how your blood circulates, is reflected by the chaos of your outer world or the well organized, tightly run environment you have living. And I'm like, okay. It's not that I haven't heard it before. I didn't know there was a name for it or a system. So I'm going to study that too, so that I can get my inner world to, well, my inner world does match my outer world. I've got to declutter and get rid of the chaos. But moving right along, that was Saturn. Okay, coming up. Yes, thank you. Coming up is the eh, innovative and terribly unpredictable Uranus. It's also in the parade. So we have all of that is about change. This is where we come in with the tech. I do believe we're going to find some new uses for AIs for individuals as opposed to companies and government. The energy of humanitarianism, the energy of being the individual, and at the same time, the energy of being in a group, the energy of interdependence as opposed to codependence or independence is going to be felt. Um, I've written down here a collective of collectives are going to form. This is supposed to create a mass spiritual awakening. More than likely, more people will be interested in astrology. And maybe um, sound healing. Because just like astrology deals with mass and celestial forces and vibrations, so does sound healing. So, oh, another thing, because of the rapid changes, you may come up with an idea that you can just jump on and be careful, take your time, think things through. I have a note here. Don't run off half cocked. Yeah, we're going to get that change the world. I can change the world all by myself feeling. No, you can't. But what you can do is change yourself, heal yourself, attune with people, align with people, make an appointment to contact people who can help you with yourself. Because it seems to me that the plan is for each one to heal themselves. And once each one has healed themselves, even halfway through, the world changes. It has to, because people aren't thinking, people aren't doing, people aren't believing what they used to believe in. That has created all this chaos we have in the world today. People are serious when they say they want peace because they have become peaceful through their mindful meditations. Okay. And last but not the least is the planet Neptune. Neptune deals with intuition, spirituality, music, creativity. This planet's energy is forcing us to, this is sit still energy again, sit still and recognize the process and go with the flow. If something needs to be done to create, to help implement this process and move this process along, do it. And then sit back down and wait. Wait to see what happens after that. Wait to see what it needs to be done next. And that I thought was interesting. The deepest spiritual insights will be coming through your dreams. Even watch your daydreams that you have created yourself. What is your daydream about? That might be something for you to look into because it's in your consciousness. And speaking of consciousness, your subconscious is going to pop out and rear its ugly head sometime. Oh, yeah. But still, don't deny it, identify it, accept it. If you want to, work with it, clear it out, elevate it, whatever you need to do, but acknowledge that it's there. That too will help you uh, awaken spiritually because you're not lying to yourself about what's going on inside of you. Is anything else here? A strong sense of connection with the divine. Heavy emphasis on that. Okay? And at that point, let's see. With all that, let's see how we're going to fare in it. How is the collective, Grand Madame's collective, to be impacted by the celestial event, the planet parade? Let's see, how does the planet parade impact us? Okay, I'm using the vice versa deck. Okay. Some of us will be, I have the Hermit. Some of us will be isolating ourselves, wanting to be alone, wanting to think things through, wanting to go into a meditation. Others are going to go out and slay the dragon. Okay. Now this is a weird card. It might look better on this side. This is strength. Okay. I'm sorry. That's strength. She's so powerful in her submissiveness and her soft and gentleness. She can stick her hands in the mouth of a lion that she opened. On this side, what this shows is how her strength, her inner strength, this is the divine feminine, okay? Like the goddess, but it's her strength and the skills that she has and the spiritual awareness that she has that is going to defeat this beast, defeat this demon. So she's here, she's calmed the lion. The lion was going to start jumping on the demon. She calmed the lion down. She said, Leo, I got this. Let me handle this. That's interesting. And here, this is Saturnian. This is the king, I think. He looks like it. He looks like it. Either way, this is like the judge. This is the military mind. This is Saturn's effect. This is the disciplinarian. This is the limits and restrictions we put on ourselves to accomplish certain things. So we're going to be doing that. This is thinking in black and white. This is the ego performance. So whatever we're going to come up with, we're going to implement it in our lives, and we are going to do it. Okay? So some of us are very clear about our new way of being. Okay? And here, this is the Queen of Wands. She's going to help. She jumps over boundaries. She doesn't see boundaries. She gets what she wants. She's very charming, very beautiful, knows how to work a room. Okay? So for some of us, we are going to be very, very, what's the word? Innovative. We are going after whatever it is we want. We're going to be still and isolate ourselves. We are going to go within to find the answers to the questions that we have as to how do I get this done. Once we figure it out, we are going to take down the obstacles with our mind and implement the proper process as to what needs to be done and who do I need to help me do it to get the resources to get it done. And this is the tower. Because before we can get anything done, we have to tear something down. Now, the tower on this side, that's just, to me, some people just have to expose certain things or just come to the realization that that's not working for me, where others of us may have to literally throw out a whole program, and that includes some friends to get started. And here we have the Knight of Wands who is moving forward. For some of you, you'll actually relocate to a better spot, better environment. Others of you will change in such a way that either A, your environment will change, your neighborhood will change, your office will change, or all of it will be, you will be moved to a more conducive environment. And it's like people are seeing it now. People are seeing the change. This is the Page of Swords. And they don't know what it is. And here we have the King of Pentacles, the Money Man. And this is interesting because look what's left behind. Let me show you this. Whatever it was, whatever it was he thought he had, he's either left it behind, or he also represents materialism. Companies left behind, materialism is left behind and moved on. And here we have people moving on to calmer waters. This is a woman. Both of them are women? No, no, with a cup of peace. This reminds me of somebody who's kind of retired, maybe, because this rich man is leaving things behind and has hopped the boat, maybe to Tahiti, I don't know. But they're definitely hopping the boat. They are going into isolation. They're going away from something. Actually, going away from something. But wherever they're going to be more peaceful. So that can also mean this constant run, 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 make money, make money, make money is being replaced with meditation and guidance, inner wisdom. And they're leaving all that hustle and bustle and strategies for money making and all this other kind of stuff, leaving it behind. And whatever is happening quickly. And that could be that could be macrocosm. That could be the society itself, as well as individuals. Look at this. It's like praying to a false god. And that's deep. This is the star. This is the star here. She's the star. She's the hope. But here we have this ghost that has showed up. For what purpose? She's doing her little ritual. trying to treat the water, trying to make it what? Clear the water, clean the water out, make it more pleasant. And here this person is this the ghost of this person. This is not even the real person. This entity, specter, shows up. Hmm. I've always wondered what that's about. Is it the existence of the past, or is it the existence of something that needs to be left behind, or is this the whatever it is? She doesn't want it anymore, and it's not going to stop her from doing whatever she has to do to be successful, to be healed. This is like bad energy coming in, erupting, coming out of what she's doing. Hmm. Let me look that up. I have this vice versa. Let's see. This is 17, the star. That side. Breakthrough coming more powerful than you imagined or dared to hope. Everything is falling into in place. Harmony is being restored. Hmm. She getting what she want. So what is this? Okay. According to the manual, it's not that he's granting her wish, but he's a resurrection from the dead. This is supposed to be Osiris, and he is there to tell her to keep doing what she's doing. Basically, that's it. Now is the time to keep doing what you're doing to reach your success, to reach your healing. You just keep doing what you're doing. Okay. Okay. And look at it. Questions. I have questions. I want answers to my questions. And the law is going to answer some of those questions. So this is going to be interesting. So, what I'm saying so far, let me throw down at least one more line. For us, some of us are going to go through some major changes. Some of us are going to watch your finances, watch your money. And I mean, watch your money. You might want to do an audit on your expenses to make sure uh, everything is on the up and everything is straight. Some of you are withdrawing from an emotional situation. Some of you are, oh, this is my watch your finances. This is withdrawing emotionally, and you're more than likely withdrawing from this person who's in this cabin who wants trying to lure you in this dark space. And you just decided, no, it's not for me. I'm separating here. Disappointed, yes, but in the long run, this is what I want, and there will be major changes in my life for me to achieve it. Okay, this is interesting too. Then we have the queen who's involved, and for some reason, it seems that some of you are going to have to go through legal means. to make these changes. There is a great decision that someone has to make a choice. A choice has to be made, and you make your choice from a position of strength. Cut yourself away from the bad stuff. Just cut yourself out of it. All tied up. You're freeing yourself. Look at this. Look what he has in his hand. That's the yin and yang. To me, that's an emblem of peace. Some of you are like leaving the country to find peace, while some are already have peace within themselves, and they're like, oh, let's see what's happening over here. I haven't been over to this country before. Let me go look and see what I can find. hmm Others are totally blind still from all the confusion of the emotional entanglements they have become a part of. Seven of Cups. And then this. And some of you are perfectly happy with what you have emotionally, perfectly satisfied. And it's interesting because this is the Nine of Cups, and it landed right on top of the Ten of Cups. So someone's perfectly happy. Oh, and here we have a legacy, pater familias, a legacy. So someone gets their legacy, or is at the beginning of creating a legacy, a family legacy. hmm or it's going to be some type of heavy duty firm, company. The other side of this is people will be coming to you for advice. You could be a consultant or a coach. Okay. And so it looks like we're going to be okay. The collective is going to be fine during this parade of planets, and we are going to be busy. We're either going to be busy physically or spiritually. And it looks as though some of us will have some emotional challenges, others will not. We're just going with the flow and keep on creating what we do, doing what we're doing, whether you're making content, making music, writing books, dancing, just having a good old time and loving life. That's what we're going to be doing. Okay? I'll wrap this up now. This is Grand Madam. Thank you for joining me. Much love.